Sad.
Mistake.
23, 80.
Yeah, the one on 22 guys.
Did Will sign when he was here?
Yes.
Will.
Yeah, he had said last week.
Sign and live with it. Very good.
But
We ready? The burn is gone?
Gone. Pepper gone. Berry gone.
Yeah.
And the bird temper.
Yeah, we have short people today.
No.
No, Nebraska. Nebraska 73-7.
Yeah. I think Idaho had the Girl Scouts. They were playing football yesterday. ISU.
But Iowa State.
Okay.
Well, that could be Idaho too.
Yeah.
ISU,
Yeah.
Idaho State University.
Yeah. I don't keep up with football very much myself.
Well, you don't have cable now.
No.
Quick Act Booth is on abcfamily.com.
Yeah. And I am right now watching all of the old season so that I can catch up to the second season.
Yeah. You like it so far?
Which that birth is
interesting. Yeah, oh yeah.
Some of it is a little bit off.
Yeah.
Not much. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
The signing.
Culture. Yeah. The
Yeah.
signing is pretty good. With Marty Matlin on the staff, I mean, it's easy to understand that their sign would be pretty good.
Yeah.
But it has so much of that soap.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's a deaf soap opera.
It's the first, I think it's the first of its kind.
Tire. You know where it is?
Turkey.
Tire
On the car?
is
Turkey.
Tire
I know,
is
like I said.
on the car. They have 4 of them.
Well, that's a different spelling.
Over in Israel right now, Tel Aviv is very close to where old Tyre was before. So, interesting to see. That area before was not connected to Israel so much, and now it is, I mean, almost the capital over Jerusalem. Tyre is very important. At this time, it was not connected to Israel, and Tyre, it says, this is the divine revelation about Tyre. Cry loudly, you ships of Tarshish. Your port at Tyre is destroyed. Word has come with the ships from Cyprus. Be silent, you inhabitants of the coastland. You merchants from Sidon. Your messengers have crossed the sea. The reign of Shigor is on the sea, the Mediterranean, and the harvest of the Nile River is brought to Tyre. Tyre became the marketplace for the nations. Why so much fighting in that area in the country of Israel? Why do people fight in that area?
Because of the 12 brothers,
Yes, that's true.
or the 10 brothers, you
Yeah.
say.
But it is interesting, the place where Israel is between Africa, you go north, and it's Israel. In Iraq, Iran, all of that area, Turkey, you come west, and that is Israel. And Europe and Russia,
Yeah.
you come south, and that is Israel. That was the traveling place for all of the sellers of the world long ago. The people who sold to the north would come from Africa. They would travel through Israel. The people who would sell from the north would come south. They would come and travel through Israel. All of the people east, even China, all of them going up to Europe would travel through Israel. And all of Europe, when they came down, the name Tarshish, really the boats, the best boats for selling were made in the country called Tarshish. And that area, we believe, is Spain, that area. So it's interesting that Israel is in the middle of everything. When you travel, you go through Israel. If you're north, east, west, south, all of them travel and travel and travel through the middle of Israel. The water of the Mediterranean Sea is there separating the north in Europe and the south in Africa. Be ashamed, Sidon, because the stronghold of the sea has spoken. I've never been in labor of giving birth. I have raised no sons. I have raised no daughters. When the news reaches Egypt, the Egyptian people will shudder over the news from Tyre. They have no children that will grow up from Tyre because God will destroy the city. Travel to Tarshish, again, to Spain, and cry loudly, you inhabitants of the seacoast. In your bustling city found in the distant past. This city that sent people to settle in distant lands, who planned things against Tyre, the city is that gives birth to kings. The merchants are princes, and the travelers are among the honored people of the world. The Lord of armies planned this against the people to humiliate all of the honored people of the world. Travel through your country like the Nile, the Egyptian river, and the people of Tarshish, Spain. You no longer have a harbor, a place for your boats. The Lord himself has taken away the sea and shook the kingdoms. He has commanded that Canaan's fortifications be destroyed. He has commanded, you will no longer be joyful, my dear abused people of Sidon. Get up and travel to Cyprus. Even there you will find no rest. Looking at the land, at the kingdom of Babylonia, those people will be gone. Syria gave this land desert animals. Assyria set up the battle towers and stripped places bare. These places that were big cities now are ruined. Cry loud, you ships of Tarshish, because your fortress will be destroyed. When that day occurs, Tyre will be forgotten for 70 years, the lifetime of a king. At the end of 70 years, Tyre will be like a prostitute in the song. Take your lyre, go around the city, you forgotten prostitute, make sweet music. Many songs that you will be remembered. Question? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It depends, because there are really two Niles. There is the White Nile and the Blue Nile. If you combine them together, the one is south, the other is north. When they are combined together, they are almost the same as the Amazon has a river that is about equally as long. The Nile is either one or two, depending on South America, has a long river also. Yeah. Tyre, again, the reason for this is Tyre is north. The place north from where Jesus grew up, Galilee, is here, and Tyre is here, on the water of the Mediterranean Sea is here, and Galilee, down here is Jerusalem, and up here is Galilee, and up here is Tyre. And that was a very, very rich selling place for all of the boats to come and harbor in that city for selling. And now it will be destroyed. God has decided to destroy that for 70 years. 70 years. Israel was captured to Babylon. How long? You remember?
7 years.
70 years. Right? And Tyre also will be forgotten for 70 years. A life of a king. Poor people live to be 30 or 40. Rich people like a king will live to be 70. Yeah. People who are 80 or 90, those are very, very blessed people. Not even kings can expect to live that long.
Pastor Coy, I have a map here that we can see the time of Tyre.
Yeah.
That Tyre is below Syria.
Yes, right. And thus Syria had just recently come down and captured all of the 10 tribes from the north. All of them went to Assyria and never came back.
Right.
Tyre is one of the largest cities between Israel and Assyria. So that was a very, very rich city.
Bless you.
Seems like everybody's sneezing this morning.
A lot of
Copied down the wrong pipe. I had my wisdom tooth extracted.
Oh, I remember those.
A little bit of fun.
I had all four of them when I was a kid.
So now are you stupid?
Yes, now I'm stupid. Wisdom, no. Yeah.
That's a mess.
Luckily, I have one left. One left. These two are gone. This one is gone. This one. All that is left is this one. My dentist, when he pulled it, he said this wisdom tooth was against my facial nerve, and that I would lose all of the feeling in my face. And he called me that afternoon. He told me it would probably be 6 months or more before I would have any feeling in my face. And he called me that afternoon, and I said, it all feels fine. Yeah. I don't know why all of the doctors say, oh, it broke. Yeah. They try to scare me, and yeah. Cancer, I thought that cancer was bad, but finished. 1 week, finished. Better than a cold one, I think. Scary? Little bit scary? Yeah. But God takes care of me? Yeah. Yes. I understand the verse says God takes care of the stupid. So that would be. Yep. I understand. Okay. Cry loudly, you ships from Tarshish, because your fortresses are destroyed. When that day comes, Tyre will be forgotten for 70 years. At the end of 70 years, the Lord will come and help Tyre. Then she will go back to earning her money as a prostitute. She will become a prostitute for all of the world's kingdoms, and her profits and her earnings will be turned over to the Lord for his holy purpose. That won't be stored or hoarded. Her merchandise will belong to those people who live in the presence of the Lord, so that they will have plenty of food and expensive clothing. I don't know what that means. Did we see it a long time ago? Tel Aviv today is that place. And it is almost as important as Jerusalem. Now, Tel Aviv is a rich city, and a very important city. So I don't know. Questions about the chapter? Tyre is north, that area. Oh! Isaiah has 60 chapters.
Yeah.
But if you want, we can change any week that you would like to start a new study. We can finish. We can show you a few more important chapters. These are very, very sad, and they do not have a lot of information for you now. But there are a few chapters later on that are very, very good, that are very clear about Jesus. But I was watching some video of the pastor from Gallaudet, the pastor from Maryland. He, I think, lives in Silver Springs, Maryland. Yeah. His name, you know, Friedrich? Yeah. And he has some very, very good video that would make an interesting Bible study. And his signs are very, very clear and very good. So if you would like, we can take the projector from upstairs and bring it down here and project video of the pastor from Gallaudet signing some of the interesting Bible class from his church. If you would like to do that, it would be a little bit different than what we have done before. I think it would be.
I was reading chapter 24, and it looked just about almost like it is today.
24?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it said was destroying, that they had disobeyed the laws, violated the statute, and broken every everlasting commandment. That would be verse 5.
Yeah. The chapter where the earth is condemned. It is it's punishment against all of the earth. And not a fun chapter again. We have time, but we can read through it. The Lord is going to change the earth into a dry, destroyed place. He will mar the face of the earth and scatter the people living on it. The same will happen to the people and to the priests that make slaves and masters, female slaves and masters, the buyers and the sellers, the lenders and the borrowers, the debtors and the creditors. The earth will be completely waylaid and stripped because the Lord has spoken. The earth will dry up and wither. The world will waste away and wither. The great leaders of the earth will waste away. The earth will be polluted by those people living on it, because they have disobeyed the Lord's teaching and violated his laws and rejected the everlasting promise. That is why a curse will devour the earth. That is why those people living on the earth will be burned up, and only a few people will be left. New wine dries up, and grapevines waste away. All happy people roam, and joyful tambourines and music stop. Noisy celebration ceases and ends. The joyful harp music stops, and the people no longer drink wine. When they sing, liquor tastes bad in the drinker's belly. Ruined cities lie desolate, and the entrance to every house is barred shut. And people in the streets call for wine. All of the joy passes away, and the earth's happiness is forbidden. The city is left in ruins. The gates are battered and broken. That is why it will. That is how it will be on earth among the nations. They will be like an olive tree which has been shaken, or like what is left after the great harvest. Only a few will be left. They will raise their voices, and they will shout for joy from the sea. They will sing joyfully about the Lord's majesty. Honor the Lord in the east. Honor the name of the Lord God of Israel along the coastlands. From the ends of the earth we hear songs of praise. They honor the righteous one. But I kept saying, I am wasting away. I am wasting away. How horrible it is for me. Traitors continue to betray, and their treachery grows worse and worse. Disasters, pits, traps are for the people who live on earth. Whoever flees from disaster will fall into a pit. Whoever climbs from the pit will be caught in a trap. The floodgates in the sky will be opened, and the foundations of the earth will shake. The earth will be completely broken. The earth will shake back and forth violently. The earth will stagger, and the earth will stumble like a drunk. They will sway like a weak building swaying in the wind. And its disobedience weighs heavy on it. It will fall and not get back up again. On that day, the Lord will punish heaven's armies in heaven and earth, the kings on earth. They will gather together like prisoners in a jail, locked. After a long time, they will be punished. The moon will be embarrassed, and the sun will be ashamed, because the Lord of armies will rule on Mount Zion. In Jerusalem, he will be glorious in the presence of his respected leaders. So, the earth being destroyed, not yet. I see all of this is bad news.
But some of it looks like it's happening today, though. Like in verse 5, the earth is defiled by its people. They have disobeyed the laws, like Obama's doing to America on the question.
Yeah, and rejecting the everlasting promise. I mean, many people want to tell us that Jesus, there's no salvation in Jesus, no need for Jesus, and the promise is everlasting promise of salvation and life eternal. People are rejecting it. Yeah. But the rest of the destruction that is happening is not yet. When I see the world, it is many, many problems. Yeah. Well, and there are earthquakes. There are many, many earthquakes. And
Tsunami.
yeah, tsunamis in China. You know the difference between a hurricane and a tsunami? It's only the place. Hurricanes happen in the west, and tsunamis happen in the
You mean
east.
typhoon?
Typhoon. Right. Tsunami?
Means the earthquakes and the water goes back, then it comes over.
Yeah, that's the tsunami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's different.
When there is an earthquake under the water, and the water pushes
Right.
onto the lower
into
land, that's a tsunami. That's different. They aren't very common.
Not very often.
Japan was
Japan had 2 or 3 of them recently.
and that really bad one 5 years ago.
Yeah, really bad. 5 years ago.
Christmas Day.
Yeah, I know. It is. It is sad. And, yeah. Well, this year, it's interesting. Yesterday was the first snowfall in Duluth, Minnesota. Yeah, way north in Duluth. Had the earliest snow in 17 years. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Up north. I have been to Duluth. My wife's brother was in the Coast Guard
It's on
there.
Great Lake.
And yeah, I drove a truck up for my brother-in-law, and cold up there. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. It was about this time of year that I drove his truck up there. When I left, I had on shorts. When I drove up there, it was cold. We both bought coats to wear up there. Funny.
And jumper.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Yeah. Cover your plants if you want to save your flowers. If you want to save your vegetables, cover it up. Yeah. 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 Not hard for you. Yeah. 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 Very good. Any other questions about this? Very, very rough time. And I think that the world, I mean, it's true it is hard right now, but when this happens,
It's gonna be
it
worse.
will be much worse. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep praying. Keep praying. God save your people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I know. I'm one of them. Yeah. Can't get a job. Yep. True. That's life.
I know we got 15 minutes.
Yeah. Not enough for another chapter.
But I got a question. Our roommate was talking about this the other day, that the country Israel, now everyone is not being allied with them anymore.
They weren't good to start with.
Well, all of the 12 families
Right.
that are Muslim have promised they will destroy Israel. America is probably their best friend. Other countries, France, England, Spain, many troubles there from the Muslims are really fighting against many of the European nations.
Well, what we heard was that even Obama did not even visit the Israel president. He visited the other Palestinians.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The Muslim countries are more important to Obama than Israel. That's true. But again, you know, you always have to question, really, is Obama a Muslim?
I think he is.
Many times when you analyze what he has said before, they have the videotape of what he has spoken. And many of the things seem that he is Muslim. Both of his fathers were Muslim. His mother never was a Christian. His grandparents, but Obama, I mean, he went to a Muslim school.
Yeah.
And he said, I love the sound of the trumpet to call to Muslim prayer better than any other sound in the world. And you go, question, what is happening? That
Yeah. And
seems kind of strange.
yeah. So he never told the people that he's Muslim.
Morning, Larry. Yep.
So he
He calls himself a Christian,
Christian and
but he does not have a home church. He does not go to Pastor Wright's church now. The congregation that he was married in, the pastor is a communist and a racial bigot against white people.
ooh,
Yeah, and he said, "Oh, I'm not related to that pastor anymore. That is not my church." But that's the place where he was married and where his little girls went to Sunday school. That is the only church that he could call his home church. And now, where does he go to church? He said, "We cannot find a home church now."
I think he's lying. He might be going in secret to a Muslim church.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I could be wrong,
I
but
know where Mick goes to church. He's a Mormon.
yeah. And that's just your boy.
That is so confusing.
Yeah.
My daughter told me that she wanted me to read the Constitution Party to read about their candidate for president, the Constitution Party. And as I read that, I was interested, very impressed. Yeah, I don't know. I would like for someone else to be God's chosen person as president.
Right.
The two scare me, both of them.
Yeah. And Obama's changing many of the laws that he shouldn't,
Yeah,
and adding new ones that he shouldn't.
they're both
Both.
lazy.
Yeah.
I think they were both born crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What happens to America?
I know it's sad. It's sad.
Which crazy you like best?
The earth destroyed from its leaders? Saying, yeah. Ready to close with prayer?
Yeah.
We pray.